Roberto De Zerbi says Tottenham will line up another transfer bomber. Eddie Howe has left as Newcastle head coach. Real Madrid are expected to make an offer for Manchester City midfielder Rodri. And Marcus Rashford has posted on his social media wishing Barcelona all the best. Here are your daily Premier League news headlines. Hey everybody, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel and to another edition of the Daily Premier League News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name is Lee The Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Okay, so let's get into it here on the main stories today. Roberto De Zerbi says Tottenham will line up another transfer bomber. Spurs have already spent £237 million this summer, signing Sandro Tonali for a club record £100 million and adding Matheus Fernandes for £85 million. Savinho wants to leave Manchester City for Tottenham, but De Zerbi has hinted that another big signing could arrive first. The transfer market is not finished for sure, but we completed 60% of our project in the transfer market. Now we have another bomber, he told Football.London. De Zerbi confirmed the new arrival would be an attacker, and when asked whether the deal was close, he added, "I hope, but it's not finished for sure." Roberto De Zerbi also went on to say that he respects the wishes of players who want to leave Tottenham this summer, such as Christian Romero. De Zerbi told Football.London, "At the beginning of my time in April, I don't know, 1 million individual meetings," he said, "and the players told me what was their idea. I said, yes, help me to stay up, and then I help you to leave. If you don't help me to stay up, you stay underwater with me." But Romero with me was unbelievable, top in his behaviour, his respect. He suffered when he did not play in the last game. It is not true that he wanted to leave for Argentina to prepare for the World Cup. It's not true. After the semi-final against England, we text a message, but I never called him to convince him to stay. I respect what he told me, like Vicario, like every player. Roberto De Zerbi added, "Romero as a player is one of the best centre-backs in the world, but at the end, I said I want to respect the will of the players." Eddie Howe has left his role as Newcastle head coach. The decision has been taken following discussions with the club's hierarchy over the last 48 hours, although Howe has started the ball rolling on a potential departure a number of weeks ago. In his time, Howe continued to focus on preparing the Newcastle team for their season opener against Liverpool on August the 23rd, live on Sky Sports. Howe's departure comes 25 days before that fixture. Matheus Gisel of Al-Ahil is the favourite to replace Howe, and Newcastle are hopeful of putting him in charge within 24 hours. Sky Sports News understand talks are at an advanced stage with the 38-year-old German coach. Al-Ahli are one of the 4 clubs owned by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, which also own Newcastle. Kieran McKenna and Antonio Conte were other names on the shortlist before Newcastle decided on Gisel, who will take charge of Newcastle's pre-season training camp in La Manga. Newcastle have already had a challenging summer after the sales of Sandro Tonali and Anthony Gordon, and that continues with uncertainty over their captain Bruno Guimaraes, who is wanted by Arsenal. Apologies for messing up those names. Real Madrid are expected to make an offer for Manchester City midfielder Rodri. Real are believed to have made initial contact with City over signing Spain's World Cup winning captain. Sky Sports News understand. The Spanish giants are believed to be willing to pay in the region of £43 to £51 million, given he has 1 year left on his contract. City do not want to sell Rodri, however, and are hoping instead to agree a new long-term contract with the talismanic midfielder. Rodri has had a successful back surgery on Monday and is currently recovering. He's expected to miss the Community Shield and the opening Premier League fixture of the season as a result. City want him to lead the team into the new Enzo Maresca era, but Real are now ready to make their move. Upon his re-election as Real president, Florentino Perez was criticised for the club having a lack of representation in the Spain national team. They have already signed Marc Cucurella from Chelsea this summer, and everyone at the club is thought to be on board with a move for Rodri next. City are believed to be progressing a deal with Lille midfielder Ayoub Bouadi. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has posted on social media wishing Barcelona all the best for the future as he prepares to return to Carrington in the coming weeks. Barcelona opted not to activate their buyback clause on the player after his season on loan, where he managed 14 goals and 14 assists in 49 games. Rashford said, "I'm very grateful to everyone at the club for making my time here such a positive and memorable experience. I've enjoyed every moment and will take many special memories with me. I wish the club and its supporters the very best of luck and every success in the season ahead." Yuri Tielemans has joined up with his new teammates at Carrington for pre-season training. Tielemans completed a £35 million move to Old Trafford from Aston Villa following Belgium's exit from the World Cup. The 29-year-old had been enjoying his mandatory time off following his World Cup involvement, where he captained his nation to the quarter-finals. Sen Leymans, who featured in Belgium's quarter-final defeat to Spain, also returned to United's training complex. The pair's arrival follows the return of Ahmed and Altay Bayindir earlier this week. United are gearing up for their friendly against Atletico Madrid at the Friends Arena in Stockholm on Saturday. Jack Grealish has shut down talk that he was snubbed for Man City's pre-season tour as a playmaker continued his return from injury. "Just to let you know, I'm still recovering from an injury, so I'm not training yet," he wrote in the comments of a subsequently deleted Instagram post. "Having been left out, so stop talking poo-poo, thanks." Grealish is in his final season at City contract, and new boss Maresca, Guardiola's former assistant coach, has not ruled him out of a place in his squad. "At the moment, he is here," the former Chelsea boss said. "He is a Manchester City player. I always said the same. In any club I join, I would like to know if there are players that belong to the club. It is my duty to try and coach them. Jack is here. I have a good relationship with Jack since I left. Also, we keep in touch. And the reason why is because he has a big heart. He is a very good guy. So this is the reason why. And then we see what happens." So, just some thoughts on these stories. Well, it's really set the cat amongst the pigeons, the idea of Roberto De Zerbi saying that there is a bomber to come and it all feels like it's going to happen anytime soon. That may not be the case, and nobody really knows who it's going to be, apart from the fact that it could be an attacking player. Linking back down into the further stories with Marcus Rashford leaving Barcelona, could Marcus Rashford be the man who's coming back to Tottenham? It's clear that Manchester United don't want him. So could he be the man who's coming over? Big wages, but a big talent in my view. So we'll see where that one goes. But yeah, lots of names being bandied around, and it's not Savinho, apparently. The story about Christian Romero, it seems clear from what's being said there that actually Christian Romero is definitely leaving. He's told the manager that he wants to go, and he's tried to make him feel less of a bad guy by saying some of the things that he said in this message. So, but when he mentions him in the same respects as Vicario, who we also know is looking to go, then you kind of have it confirmed that him and Vicario will be leaving at some point this summer. Eddie Howe leaving Newcastle. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. Losing players left, right, and centre doesn't feel like they can show a way of generating income enough for him to be able to spend. They've got some money coming in, obviously, with Gordon and Tonali going, but it just feels like it's all falling apart, everything that he's built there. So I'm not surprised. Apologies that I messed up the names of the clubs and the new manager and so on. I did Google them, but my way of speaking is not conducive with getting these names out properly. So apologies for that. And I guess the final one about Jack Grealish, I think it's so funny, isn't it? Because we see all these stories coming out left, right, and centre, and we kind of just believe it, take it all on face value. But it's really great to see a player kind of come back and go, well, hold on a minute, you're talking crap here. I'm not snubbed. I've not been left out. I'm injured. I'm recovering from injury, and stop putting out this stuff, because all it does is create this issue between the player, the club, the fans, and so on, which could, go back to my first point, could be partly to do with the issues with Romero. But, everyone's free to make up their own minds. But yeah, really interesting to see Jack Grealish get in there and shame them enough to delete their Instagram post. Anyway, thanks for watching and for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. I'm Lee The Dorset Spur. If you'd like to pop over and say hi on my channel, I'd be more than grateful to have you, chasing down that elusive 3,000 subs. If not, it's all good. I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the Spurs.